Hello students, in this lesson we're going to learn how to remove the background from this image called rectangular marquee.jpg. You should have downloaded this image and the other images from Dropbox on the assignment page. There are 5 images total. I'm going to show you how to remove the backgrounds from the rectangular marquee image, the elliptical marquee, and the polygonal lasso image, and the other 2 I would like you to do on your own. The first thing that we're going to do is zoom into this image. So if you can go to File and open the rectangular marquee image, that's the first thing you need to do. And when you get it open, you may see that it looks kind of small on your screen. If you look down in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see that this is at 100%. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. So I'm going to use Command plus to zoom in. If you're on a PC, that will be Control plus. So Command plus or Command minus will either zoom in or zoom out. So we're going to go ahead and remove this from the background. The first thing that we need to do is we need to go to the window menu and open up our layers. You should have already done some work with layers in the previous module. When you open up your layers panel, you'll see that this image is on our background layer. To remove it from the background layer, double click it and just say OK. This will give you all of the features available to you, and you're going to need to make sure that you remove it from the background before you start working on it. And the next thing you need to do is make sure that your guides, that you can see your guides, and the way to do that is to make sure that your rulers are on. You can see the rulers on mine. If you cannot see your rulers, do either Command or Control R for your rulers. You can also go to the View menu and check rulers. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring some guides from our rulers. So take your mouse and pull a guide from the ruler. So I'm going to do one at the top of this frame, one at the bottom, and one on each side. Make an adjustment on this one a little bit. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the Marquee tool to remove the white background from this image. To get your Marquee tool, it's the second tool in your toolbox. The top one is your Move tool. The second one is your Marquee tool. You can hit M on your keyboard to select your Marquee tool. Then what I'd like you to do is bring the crosshairs, hopefully you can see this on mine, bring the crosshairs to where these 2 guides connect, and then click and drag to make your selection. At the moment I have the frame selected. What I want to do is I actually want to select the background so that I can remove it. For this, we're going to go up to the Select menu and choose Inverse. What this means is I'm selecting the opposite of what I have just selected. So select Inverse. Now the background is selected instead of the frame. Then hit Delete. When you hit Delete, you're going to be able to see these gray and white squares. That means that it is now transparent. Also, you can see the little marching ants. What we're going to need to do for this is we're going to hit Command or Control D to deselect. Next, I want to create a new layer that is below the layer that I'm currently on. So either use Command or Control and hold that down, and click the Layer button, that is next to the garbage can in your layers panel. So you can see I have a new layer that's below the rectangular marquee, that frame layer that's been created. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fill it with a color. So make sure that when you do this that you actually have two layers. Your image should be on the top layer and the background should be on the bottom layer. Right now, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see that I have black as my foreground color and white as my background color. You can change this foreground color by double-clicking, and you can select any color you want here. I'm just going to leave it black. So my foreground color is black. I'm going to go up to Edit and Fill. And I can choose foreground color. I could also choose black here. I'm just going to say my foreground color, which is black, and I'm going to say OK. And that automatically fills it with that black color. Next, we're going to do File and Save As. And we need to save this now. So what I'd like you to do is put your name in front of this rectangular marquee, and you will save this as a Photoshop file. The reason we're saving it as a Photoshop file is to retain our layers. We have two layers. One is the background layer and one is the layer that the frame is on. Now I'm going to click Save, and basically that's it. Now, what you need to do is go back and read the instructions on how to create a screenshot and submit this to Canvas. You will not submit this Photoshop file. You'll take a screenshot of it on your computer and you will submit that to Canvas. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.